we're in the Jeep. We're leaving the neighborhood. Got a couple $1,000s in my pocket. I'll give you one guess what we're gonna go do. Yep. We're gonna bring home another stray Jeep. Okay, we're in 4 low. We are idling. Look, no feet. No feet on the gas pedal. We are idling all the way home to get this Jeep home. I'm off to the side of the road. No one's very amused. No one thinks this is funny right now, except me. Could be doing worse things on a sunny Tuesday morning. Come on, Jeep. Stay together. Come on. Oh boy, this is sketchy. Alright. Well, so far, a city worker almost hit me, a semi-truck almost hit me, and some guy in a car almost hit me, so that's good. People in Tucson don't want to wait. And the Jeep behind me is pushing me. I'm going sideways here. I can feel my rear end going sideways. Oh my God, this is sketchy. We're literally idling in 4-wheel low in 2nd gear. And amazingly, this little brown turd is only running 160 degrees. What an awesome Jeep. This thing is dead reliable. Best day at work ever. Let's just get home without getting arrested. All right. We are gonna back this thing over here. We have to move our crap Mando. I guess we're gonna put it over there. Put that crap J5 here and unhook the brown turd crap J5 and park it somewhere else out of the way and dig into the main course. All right, let's move this turd first. See if she'll even far. She's been sitting. This thing's already been sold and paid for. Yet it's still here in my life. This Jeep is going to get even with me for selling it by staying here and causing problems. It's going to sit here forever until the owner can have it towed to Indiana. Good grief, why do I get caught up in all these weird sales? Hey, we got choked though. Yep, some dude bought this thing and it has to go all the way to Indiana, so whenever he gets around to it, it'll be here. Collecting equity. You think she'll rip? Let's give her a rip. Oh, pedal down. Almost. Oh, come on. I think we flooded her. Yeah, we flooded her good, guys. Let's just keep the butterflies open. Oh, come on. Maybe we didn't flood it? Shut the choke, maybe? She's flooded bad. There we go. I pumped it too many times. There we go. Okay. We'll sit here, wait for this turd to warm up, get this thing out of here, and figure out what we're going to do with this other hot rod that's in the middle of the road. Let's get to it. So, Fluffinator, what do you think? Rip off the fuel injection and go to Quadrajet? Did I buy the right Jeep? Did I make the right choice? I could have went to Yuma and bought a really awesome T18 V8 rock crawler. But it would have cost $1,000 more stuffing. Stuffing, have you even seen my Jeep yet? Do you even care? I think you just want pets. Okay, did some research. So this thing has no O2 sensor. It was registered in Mammoth. And there's no emissions in Mammoth. And here in Marana, you can have all kinds of stuff. So I am going to throttle body delete this turd. I have a 4-barrel intake for this and a Quadrajet, so we're gonna do that. This is coming off and going up for sale. I think in 77 I have to rig up an air pump. I might have to get an air pump off something. 77 is a more difficult year to own because of the emissions crap. Look at this booster, man. Pretty sweet. Alright, we are going to go get gaskets and fuel an electric Holly Mighty Mite. And goodbye to this GMC throttle body van setup here. That's exactly what this is. They just copied it from GM. Yeah, this is history. I don't want to mess around with this. This is all going. That's going. The brain is going. This, I think it's OBD1 port. It's all going. All right, let's get to it. Dude, what the heck? This intake is solid cast iron. This thing was literally 80 pounds. I almost couldn't lift this out of the Jeep. I kid you not. Oh my God, this thing. That's at least 80 pounds. But that's a bag of concrete right there. Good Lord. But check this out. That is a brand new motor. This is literally out of the crate. That is a brand new motor. All we got to do is drain all the water out. Wow. So what we're going to do, we're going to clean this up real good. Sneak a new intake in there. And electric fuel pump and see if we can get this thing to fire. So hopefully all this fuel injection crap won't interfere with the carburetor and our HEI setup. It shouldn't. I do need to do, these are the injector wires here that I cut, which I just found out I could have just unplugged the injectors. That would have made things easier. So what do we want to do? Do I want to remove all the EFI wires, or should I just leave all the EFI wires just hanging off to the side? Well, if anyone doesn't want to buy this, I'll just throw it in the trash. I would trade this whole thing for a Quadrajet. We like our Quadrajets. Okay. Yeah, this motor looks awesome. All right, let's clean her up and breathe new life into this turd. So, our 275-year-old aluminum Edelbrock intake was pitted horribly bad on this one coolant side. So, we had to use a half a tube of marine JB Weld and then sand it and grind it and let it harden and try to get this thing flat so a gasket would even agree with it when it gets bolted down. Yeah, that was 2 hours out of my way trying to get this back on. Alright, let's straight edge this dog turd. Seems alright. Should be good. I'm calling that scientifically flat. Alright guys, it's sunset. We literally have 10 seconds of daylight. I've spent 5 hours getting my butt kicked. We got the carb on, we got electric fuel pumping, we got all the weird fuel lines, 8 million fuel lines coming out of the fuel tank figured out for all this emissions, charcoal nonsense, buffoonery. We got everything capped off. We made 57 trips to the hardware store. I don't know if this motor is any good. This carburetor I rebuilt 2 years ago, and it sat and collected dust ever since. Rebuilt, meaning took apart, sprayed with carb cleaner, reassembled with old parts and gaskets, rebuilt. Here we go. I don't know if the trannies broke, the axles are good, I don't know anything. I don't know if any of the lights work. We got fuel. See how bad this pump is, or how bad this carburetor is. Oh, we got fuel leak. Shut her down, shut her down. What happened, fellas? Ah. Right there. All right, let's tighten her up. All right, now that we got fuel all over my hands and all over my phone, I know we got fuel coming. I hear accelerator pump. Oh boy. I don't even know, what do these do? I'm just gonna turn them on. Is that on? I don't even know what those do. Are we even in neutral? Where's the key? Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous. I always get nervous on first startups. Did I just waste 3,500 smackaroosies? Okay, she's cold, might need choke, might need a little idle. Let's get in it and feather it. All right, here goes nothing. Better be in neutral, don't want to be going flying out into the street. All right, AMC V8 with a not very good quadrijet carb. What I mean is, quadrijet carbs are the best, it's just the one I have is full of dust and dirt and rot. Oh, come on. Maybe it... I'm not sure if that's advanced or... I think we flooded it. Oh, come on, people. Ugh. Did we lose spark? Oh, she's flooded. She's flooded. Either that or this carburetor's junk. I just had it running. There we go. Let's clear out the gas. Flooded. There we go. Oh, she's torquey. Whole Jeep is shaking. Wow, she hums. Yeah, nice and quiet. Oh yeah. AMC V8, they all sound like they're running on 7. That's just the AMC sound. Oh yeah. So she floods real easy, guys. Don't be stomping the gas pedal to get her started. You understand me? Yeah, we got leakage everywhere. I'm gonna source out a new carburetor. Where do we want the timing? I'm afraid to stick my hand in there. Where do we want the timing? Oh, this carburetor is just bad. Sounds good though. Yeah, the carburetor's garbage. My oil pressure gauge is broken, but I know we're charging. I know we got oil pressure. Motor's dead quiet. Yeah, we're gonna have to get another carburetor. Alrighty. We'll be getting a carburetor tomorrow. Well, that carb was junk. I should have checked the needle and seat before I put it on. So, we are gonna do the unthinkable. We went and got another victim out of the garage. And we are going to do a complete open heart surgery and needle and seat check in the living room. Yep. Do not tell this junkyard Jeep we done tore apart a quadrijet right here on the dining room table. Oh, this carb better be good or else I gotta drive around all day in town trying to find another one. Let's check it out. Alright, well this carb is super clean inside. Other than that right there, what just came off my glove. My glove was dirtier than the carb. Let's check the needle. Let's check the needle here. Something is afoul. There is a piece of crud. Ugh, I can't get it. Right there. We need to pull this needle out. Get that piece of crud out right there. And clean up that needle chamber there. Let's see if I can just grab it. Looks okay. Not too bad. Looks good, except for that piece of crud. Let's take that piece of crud out and see what happens. Alright, got all that cleaned up. Everything's working. Let's put it back together and see what the heck happens. I'm going to have to get a different fuel line here. Alright guys, check this out. This is a dead cold start. Hasn't ran in a couple of days. Pump, and ignition. Ready? That's straight up cold start. Now it's not cold outside, but just for no choke or nothing, that's pretty darn good. Like a sewing machine. Well, this carburetor is good. More on the goodest side of it. Okay, anyway. What's next on this hot rod? So I have no idea what the oil pressure is. And the sending unit, way down in there. Let's take the alternator off. Oil filter, to run my copper line and my adapter, so that's going to be a whole mess for another day. I think we still have an exhaust leak though. I just put a new gasket on somewhere. Let's see if we can hear it. Don't ever let me catch you doing this. So this Jeep would not turn to the right at all, almost, when I first got it, and that's why it was so hard to tow home. Okay, so what happened was all the bolts, all these bolts were gone, and this thing was just turning with the wheels, this whole box. So we put some bolts in it, and that fixed it a lot, but I noticed when Miss Junkyard Jeep was turning the wheel, this thing was still moving a whole bunch. This inside bracket, there's an outer and an outer and an inner. This is the inner, and it's just flimsy 1/4 inch cast iron. There's no way this is gonna hold this pump. This thing has so much stress, it'll break these, and it did. This bracket, this inner bracket, is broke on the inside. It's just cracked all along in there. So instead of taking it out and putting in a new one, I do have a new one. Guess what I did? Oh boy, brace yourself. Brace yourself. So, this is a 72 to 75 Jeep CJ5 V8 motor tower. And then this is a 72 to 75 Jeep CJ5 clutch bracket. I bolted these together, drilled some holes, bolted this to the frame. I used all thread. You can see I used all thread and ran it to the power steering box. There was enough threads on that bolt. I put this coupler, big piece of all thread, another coupler, and then this is all bolted together. This should keep this from moving back and forth. Someone had attempted this before, and this ain't doing nothing. This is a battery tray bracket, and they tried doing something here to brace it. There's no way in heck this ever had any chance of trying to hold anything. So that's done. Yeah, that was, yeah. So, don't ever do that, okay? If you have a clutch bracket and an engine tower for a CJ5 V8, don't do that, okay? Just don't. Because that's how we do things here at Junkyard Jeep. Now, you could have bought this super expensive brace that you can buy that goes to the frame, and you weld here and you cut here and blah, blah, blah. For what we do, that's going to keep it from moving, and that's not going to break. Okay. Now that that's fixed, what else? Don't be fooled by the glamour. Don't be fooled by the brand new super extensive brake booster. All right, cruising through the hood. We're in our brown hot rod Jeep, which means only one thing. We're going to go get parts for the black Jeep. So we need a fuel filler hose for our rock crawler. It's an absolutely Jahusif ginormous fuel only kind of hose. I'm gonna go to the junkyard and see if I can cut one off a dead Chevy truck or a van or something. Because the fuel filler hose that's on it is completely cracked all the way through. I don't want sand and termites and rats and rattlesnakes getting in my gas tank. So let's go to the junkyard. All right, we got our sugar-free Powerade rat poison here for a nice warm day. And we're gonna put some 91, $4 a gallon. This ain't avgas, people. This ain't 108 octane here. Got 108 prices. All right, well, let's gas up this hot rod and get this rock crawler going, because I need to go wheeling. Sick and tired of wrenching. More goats, more four-wheeling. That's what I need right now. Well, if nothing else, there's a stupid hose clamp we need. We'll take that off. Well, this hose might be useful. It's not hard, not rock hard. Let's get it off. Well, I think this will work. This is a huge diameter here. Even bigger diameter over here. I think this is gonna work. Sitting over by the Land Rovers, but I don't know if it came off a Land Rover. It's an air cleaner hose, look like, but it's really thick. All right, guys, we're leaving the hood again. How many times have I left my neighborhood in this video? 5, 6, 8, 1,000? I can't count that high. Well, that's it. Tired of wrenching, tired of working on stuff, tired of build-ups. We are going wheeling, and that's that. This Jeep is as ready as it's gonna be. We are going wheeling, and I'm getting gas. We're full of survival gear in this thing. We got everything we need to survive a couple hours if this breaks down. So let's go to it. All right, for those of you wondering how to get to the Charlotte Gap from the Catalina side, which is the easier side, take Oracle. You see that? That is Oracle. You're gonna go left or right towards Phoenix. You'll see these awesome, beautiful mountains here. This is Linda Vista and Oracle. You'll see these beautiful mountains regardless. So there's Oracle, and you just head left. South, Mexico's that way, Phoenix that way. Head north, not south. And then I'll tell you where to turn, just in case you're wondering how to get there. Okay, this is Golden Ranch. You're gonna go east on Golden Ranch, which if you're coming north on Oracle would be your right. There's a huge gas station and a subway at the intersection. You can't miss it. Mashes. I didn't film any of it. There's a huge accident. Someone's hurt real bad, so I didn't want to film any of that. Hope everyone's okay with that, but no, I did not want to film it. You'll pass the fire station. You'll see these mountains if you're going the right way. We're going to take this all the way down. I forget the name of the road. You go down a huge hill, and at the end of the hill, there's your left turn. I forget what it's called. But, I think it's Lago del Oro. But that's the next thing, which is right down this humongous hill. Yeah, Lago del Oro Parkway, and you're going to turn left here, and this goes right to the Gap. I'll show you. And as you can see, Charlotte Gap has its own sign. That's pretty cool. So after you see that sign, a couple miles down Lago del Oro, not very far at all, there'll be a turnoff right up here. And that is where the trail begins. What's cool, what I love about the Charlotte Gap Trail is as soon as you turn in off the street, you're literally on the trail wheeling. There's no driving on dirt roads for 5 hours, no washboard roads. I mean, as soon as you hit the trailhead, right off the pavement, you're there. I hate it when there's trails, you gotta drive 10 miles on a dirt road before you're there. It just sucks. This one doesn't do that. Both sides, Oracle side too. You go on the Oracle side, you're immediately on the trail as soon as you get to the trailhead. Okay, so this little hill here, I guess this is what you would call the first obstacle. So we idled up this no problem. Didn't spin a tire. But, the funkiness is starting to reveal itself. So, whenever the frame twists, the accelerator pump gets stuck about halfway open. I think what's going on is the throttle cable goes over the valve cover, and when the frame twists, I think the valve cover is pushing the cable up, making that pull the throttle back. I've had a lot of problems with this gas pedal. It needs to be higher. Right how it mounted, you see that hole that's above the gas pedal? The cable needs to go through that hole up there. So I may do that. So that's one thing. That's fun. Oh, the other thing is I have dropped the transmission. You can see here, the transmission has dropped about, gosh, 4 inches, 5 inches. Because of that, I think the four-wheel drive shifter is bottoming out before it can really get a good lock and load. Oh, I keep having to hold it down. Yeah, I can't shift into high either. I need to cut out a huge amount of more transmission tunnel for clearance for this. So that's another issue. So we're learning as we go, folks. But so far, so good. Oil pressure running cold. Let's keep going. This is gorgeous. Oh, I love being out here. It's been so long, guys. And look, you're up on the trail, and there's just houses everywhere. If you lived out here, dude, you could just have the Charlotte Gap as your backyard. Wow, guys, we're at the trailhead. It is horrifically windy. Perfect for filming. Who doesn't like the sound of wind in their audio mic? What's cool, though, is you do get a map. The glare is horrible, but this isn't too far up the trail. I don't know if we'll have time. This is about 2 hours up the trail from here. That's pretty cool. Is that the stair stepper? I think that's the stair stepper. No, the stair stepper has a big tree over here. So this is some other obstacle. This is like on the Oracle side. Oh, they have names. Oh yeah, it is a step. Yeah, the step. Pig spring. Whatever they call it. This is a great obstacle. There's a bypass to this. I'll show you if we get there. Anyway, I got student suits. Let's get to work. Later. Alright. Got her in 4 low. She crawls pretty slow for not having a T18 or a SM465. Pretty good low range. We're just crawling. It's windy as heck, man. Look at that. There's houses way up there. So you get way out there in the trail, there's still houses. So it's not too hard right away. You gotta go about a mile before there's like some fun hills and stuff and a river crossing. That's what I'm hoping we can get to. But like right here is pretty easy. You can take a 2-wheel drive truck down this. So this is the beginning. We will see you on the first obstacle. So far, so good. Nothing wrong yet. panoramic time. Panorama mania. So yeah, so what we did here, so I just took my boot off, and this thing went back like another 3 inches and clicked into place. So yeah, I think we dropped the drivetrain down so far, the curve of the lever, it is right where the hole is. You can see how much I cut out. So that boot was keeping it from locking in. Maybe that's why I wouldn't go into high. I bet you would have gone into high now. See, I had to cut out that little piece there for high. I hate to cut out this mint floor, but you know, it's a spring over, so we got to have good drivetrain angle. So that's done. We'll have to figure out something. I might get one of those magnetic door signs and just cut it and make that like a little cover to keep dust out. I've done that before in other Jeeps. Well, we got high, or we got low, so that's good. God, isn't this amazing? Unbelievable. I just can't believe this, man. All right, I'd like to at least get to the water crossing before I have to turn around and get to my students. Let's keep on trucking. No leaks, everything working good. I kind of like the frame twisting and the engine pushing the throttle cable up. It kind of gives me a little throttle boost when I'm on a hill. It's kind of like having an automatic hand throttle. Wow, that's amazing. All right, let's keep on trucking and see if we can break something. Yeah, because getting my brown Jeep out here to rescue this one would be an epic ending to this adventure. And then I could miss my students. Oh, dude, the possibilities are endless. I could get rained on. I could get snowed. Something's going on, dude. Look at this. The clouds are moving in for attack, man. All right, let's keep going. That was good. Yeah, not easy one-handing while crawling. Alright, snack time. So, we're like an hour up the trail. There's still houses and ranches way the heck up here. The reason why it's called the Gap is that gap right there. See that saddle? The gap between those two peaks? That's the gap. This road goes right down the middle of that little dip right there. That's the Gap. Got the transfer case thing fixed. Some weird noises I'm just gonna ignore. I don't know if we got a grumbly throwout bearing or what, but we have some ominous noises. But you know what? I don't care. Runs and drives fine. Not even worried about it. Let's keep on trucking. I gotta turn around soon. I got students at 4:30. It's like almost 2 now, so kind of pushing it. I like to do a couple hairy obstacles for this episode, just to see how this thing, so you can see how this thing does. So let's see if we can find something nasty to climb before I head back. Well, one thing about not having a film crew, you get a lot of exercise running back for your camera. What a fun little obstacle. Oh, feels good to be out getting some exercise out here. Well, no issues with the Jeep really, other than taking the shifter boot off. We gotta head back. There's really nothing wrong with it. The only problem I think with this, the wheels don't turn very far to the left and right for some reason. I think it's because our, whatever you call this, our drag link here is bent really bad. That's the only thing I could think of, which made it too short to turn all the way left and right. I have a brand new one of these at home. I'm gonna throw on anyway. Yeah, it's bent here too. So yeah, I still have a bunch of good parts for this. I don't like these big tall shackles. I may take these off. I have some stock shackles, which will make this drive shaft angle here a little better. Although that's not bad, but the angles are a little bit different than from here to the case. Steering brace, dude, look at that. Isn't that a work of art? It's just like, people should pay to see this art. By the way, so this has a quadrijet carburetor, right? I haven't even sputtered once on any of these obstacles. Most of this is an idle. So I got a bunch of hate mail when I said I took the Howell EFI off to go to carburetor. I swear to God, there's like 5 people. Oh, you're an idiot for taking the fuel injection off. You're gonna die. Nothing can run with a carburetor. You're gonna roll over and explode. Dude, everyone was 100% sure that with the carburetor I was going to end up dead. Well, I've been using quadrijet carburetors for 20 years. Never, ever had a problem. Not once. So yeah, I'll take a quadrijet over anything out here in the woods. Just for the simplicity of being able to fix it with a screwdriver and pliers. Don't need a scan tool or extra computers or extra sensors or extra injectors to get plugged. Now on the street, yeah, I want EFI on the street for my car. But out here, nope, quadrum wajetum. Alright, this is gonna be fun. I'm not even in gear, I'm just in neutral. We're just gonna neutral brake this. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, we'll see if we can one-hand this one. Well guys, we're back where we started. Man, the power steering and power brakes sure are nice, dude. My arms don't even hurt. My hot rod Jeep with manual steering, oh my God, my arms throb when I go wheeling. It's like trying to drive an ox on a trail. So, let's talk about this turd. Was I disappointed with how it worked? No. Did it exceed my expectations? Yeah, a little bit. Is this a super amazing rock crawler? No. Is this a pretty sweet little Jeep, even though it's not a rock crawler? Yeah. Is it worthy of wheeling again? Absolutely. We had 0 issues with this thing. Ran ice cold. Dude, Didn't have super low gears, but crawling up stuff was zero issues. Going down, I had to use brakes a lot, I ain't gonna lie. Without a granny gear, it's gonna go fast downhill, even in low. But climbing stuff, zero issues, man. The traction was phenomenal. I didn't spin a single tire. I'm pretty sure, well, I know it has a locker in the back. I don't know if it has a locker in the front. When I have the wheels turned and I stomp on it, they don't want to straighten. So, it's got to be a limited slip then, because there was no one wheel peel in the front full 2-3 hours I was out there. So yeah, we even have time for Subway. We have like 2 hours, so that's an hour to get home, a half hour to eat Subway, and a half hour to get in the shower and get ready for students. Yeah. So, next time we'll see you, we'll be in the studio. Take those little clunker Jeeps out there, get them running, use old rusty parts, use parts from other dead Jeeps, get out there, have fun, search junkyards, look everywhere high and low, buy the crappiest, ugliest, worthless Jeep you can find, and get it running. See you on the next episode of Junkyard Jeep.